talk about winning.
Right.
Yeah,
This
Kanye.
This nigga purposely got out of his deal. And then they said, hey, I know our contract is up, but we need help.
Come on.
Hey,
Come back, please.
Kanye, can you come back?
Please.
Can you come back?
Shout out to
Just
you.
one more time. Like Jackson asking Michael to go on concert one more again. Michael, can we go please one more time?
This is Easily Offended Podcast, man. We are definitely here in the building. We got the whole squad.
Yeah,
Squad in the building.
Hell yeah, with
You know
some
what I'm
watermelon
saying?
crush.
With some watermelon crush.
Yeah.
Where the fuck did you find that shit at?
I found that at the LeVar Burton grocery mart. No, I'm kidding.
About to say nigga LeVar Burton got a grocery store?
Right.
I had no idea.
He about to Google it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, I'm like, where that shit is? I'm gonna go.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
They got old copies of Reading Rainbow in them.
It's at the Stereotype History Museum.
Oh,
You
wow.
get Strawberry Crush.
There you go.
Some
Watermelon crush.
yeah.
Just in time for Black History Month.
Yes.
Just in motherfucking time. Right before the end. Hey, if you haven't noticed on our Instagram page, I have posted a different individual that was an influencer from Chicago for Black History Month for 28 days. You got 2 more tonight and 1 tomorrow, so make sure y'all check that out as well.
Who's the individual?
Everybody, 28. I got 28 of them.
Oh, okay.
If you go on the
All of them.
Instagram page, it's and it tells the story where they was born, everything, and they all from Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
28.
Represent the
Okay.
great 28.
Crazy that I was watching you do that. I didn't even pick up on the fact that they was all from Chicago, but yeah.
Yeah. You know,
Yeah, man.
you know how to represent. You know what I'm saying?
The Chicago nigga.
Now that was the best one you ever did.
Man,
that was
for real.
real
Yeah, you
Perfect
getting
time.
better with it.
Right.
I'm
He
getting,
is,
I'm getting
though.
better.
one.
You was shaky for a long time.
Yeah.
Well, here this nigga was singing. Oh shit.
That was the best one.
Yeah. I gotta add some more sounds to it. I gotta add
We was about to take the powers from you.
Right.
We about to get
Like, we was
rebuked in
having
this
secret
bitch.
meetings behind your back and shit. Like,
I
We gotta take
rebuke
that.
you.
We gotta take that
Yeah,
road.
that
That was
shit
the best
up,
one.
man.
That was good.
Hey man, so it's been a minute. What you guys been up to? You know what I'm saying? It's been a few weeks. We passed Valentine's Day, all types of shit went on.
I haven't really been doing. I did join the DoorDash army.
Did you?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's funny when you do that. You see, there's a whole nother Chicago on the north side. I mean, it's a whole nother world.
Yeah.
Whole nother world. But one thing I hate about doing it, they'll say, well, can you bring it to me? Can you bring it to my door? I'm like, first I got to park, and your ass live on the 40th floor. I'm like, the fuck? And then you got to talk to the door person, and they looking at you sideways. It's kind of a hassle, but
Yeah, I
money
leave that
is
shit right there. Hey fam, your shit at the front desk.
Right.
Bobby got it.
your ass waving at the window and shit.
Hey, if you missed anything, you look at that nigga because that nigga was like, oh, they got Starbucks coffee. Let me go ahead and grab it.
Hey, but I'm trying to. I was thinking about going to the next lifestyle thing, which is Naughty Gras.
Oh,
You got Mardi Gras. You got Naughty Gras.
okay. Where's this at? It's in New Orleans too.
It's
or-
in, no, it's in Naperville.
Oh wow,
Y'all close enough.
Y'all gonna slut out. Y'all gonna slut out Naperville.
this nigga,
Hey man,
In Naperville of all places.
that's fucking
we
hilarious.
about to change that to Caperville. Goddamn. You know what I'm saying? So Naughty Gras, you know they're gonna take over the hotel. It's gonna be a 1 floor of butt nakedness and shit. They need to pay me. I'm like doing a commercial and shit.
One
but,
floor.
One,
God,
yeah,
one
one
entire
floor.
floor,
floor.
of butt
Yeah.
nakedness.
And then in the in the atrium room or whatever, they got the DJ in there, and they supposed to have some people singing and all kind of shit.
They're gonna be naked too, or they're gonna have on clothes.
I don't know. It's probably optional.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Singing what though?
I don't know.
You know what I mean? Like what?
Who
is
let the dogs out? I don't know.
It's like what serious concert can you have where everybody's naked?
So I'm not the type of person like I appreciate the naked body and all that, but I don't want to watch you doing regular everyday activities.
Nah.
While you naked, like if you just walking around like you singing
Right.
and shit, like you sitting there with some motherfucker sitting there eating chicken wings, and
Right,
shit,
yeah,
but
that's
you
just
still, like
weird.
you naked,
Like-
bro. Like I don't want to. I don't want to see that.
I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see nobody sitting down naked eating jerk chicken,
Well,
Yeah,
they
mac
used-
and cheese, and
so-
candy.
And then
Like,
here's-
you spending crumbs on shit.
but
Sorry about that,
here's my question.
What up? What up?
What do they have to do to get beads? They're already naked.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes they might have to do like that song says, something with the booty hole. I don't know.
That's the
What fucking song is that?
The song we just listened to.
oh yeah, that ratchet ass song.
Oh yeah, the Pound Town. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? I ain't never heard that song.
And you know we're gonna be bringing the kiddie pools back with the baby oil,
Oh God, man.
with the robust
Yo,
women
that is
and
disgusting.
tattoos.
Please share
so
pictures.
gross.
We need to talk about that.
I don't know if I can look at the pictures, man.
Yeah, I think I've seen enough to last me.
Y'all don't want to see the Lucky Charms?
No, brother.
He said no.
You seen one, you seen them all.
Yeah, for
Goddamn it.
real. Yeah, that's
What
a
you
lot
been
of-
up to,
that's a lot of
Chris,
them
man?
motherfuckers.
I ain't been on nothing. I mean, working, being a father,
Oh, nice.
shit, being a husband. That's about
Nice.
it, man.
That's
You
about
know?
it, man. That's
Hey,
right. Didn't
that's a big deal.
your son had a birthday, right?
No,
Recently, or-
no. His birthday isn't until August. I will have a teenager in a couple days though. My oldest daughter's about to be 13 on the 28th.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, man. So you know, I gotta get ready for that.
Childhood is
bullshit.
over.
Yeah, no, man.
I'm already 2 years
Yeah.
in, man.
Childhood is
My
over.
kid 14. My kid to be 15 in September, man.
I'm 3 years and I'm seeing it every day is a different style. Like I just be looking at him like, well, where did you come from?
Now, who are you?
Yeah, kids.
Like
are weird,
what?
Man.
Yeah,
Like the other day, he wanted to wear his Yeezy slides, right? And I'm like, bro, it's like 29 degrees outside.
You want to be
Yeah.
cool.
He's like, you don't know nothing about fashion, Dad. This is what we do. I'm like, nigga, it's 29 degrees. Your toes are going to get cold. You gonna get frostbitten on your toes.
Wearing some slides.
Wearing some slides
in
to
the
school.
slush.
Right, it's slush outside.
I don't even be arguing with my kid no more. She
just
be wanting to wear
go
Crocs and shit. I'm like, hey man.
That's what they do. I see a lot of those.
As long as it's not snowing on the ground, like if
Yeah.
it's not like no, take the fucking Crocs off.
Right.
It's wet outside.
Right.
But if it's just cold, if she wanted, hey man, hey shit, that's
Do
on
what
you.
you do.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta learn how to live with consequences of your actions at perfect fucking time.
Yeah, I was, like,
Perfect time.
I was like, have a good day at school.
I'll have the cough medicine for you. Get on.
Right.
What you been up to, Rell? You've been working a lot.
Yeah, man. I've been chilling, man.
Whoa.
Running around.
Old man sneeze.
Yeah, man. You all right?
Yeah, man.
But bless you, brother. Bless you.
Sounds-
You've been wearing Crocs
God
outside.
damn, man.
Right.
I know, right?
Right.
Yeah, man. Nah, just working. I went to that Legacy conference
Nice.
on Friday, and that the awards banquet last night. That was dope. That was a really cool.
All the
event.
black entrepreneurs in the
Yeah, yeah.
Chicago city.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Out there at Soldier Field. That was really dope. It was a good look.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, man. My fucking birthday is Thursday.
Oh,
happy
shit.
birthday. You gonna be
Nice.
21?
41.
41.
41, Joe. Yeah, man.
Hey, man.
Getting
Welcome.
up there, bro. You know what I mean?
It's a blessing, man.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh,
It
yeah,
is. It
absolutely.
really is.
Yeah,
It really is,
Every
bro.
day above ground, you know.
Everybody don't make it that far.
They really
Yeah.
don't, man.
Motherfuckers don't really make it.
Yeah, I know a few people that didn't. You know what I'm
Indeed.
saying?
Indeed. We
Yeah,
here.
so-
We here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
speaking, you know, I speaking of which, man, I just wanted to send a shout out to somebody somebody I had went to high school with, man. Is no longer here, but his name is
shit.
Travis,
Right,
man.
right.
Rest in peace to him, man.
Rest in peace,
Okay,
man.
in peace,
Yeah,
bro.
rest
you
in
know,
peace,
so
that's dope.
and he was 36.
Oh, wow. Young.
Yeah, man.
man.
When he
So
passed away.
it's not been confirmed, but it's looking like he took his own life.
Oh.
You know, I don't want to, you know, just in case I'm wrong. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
It
Yeah,
hasn't
so
been
yeah,
confirmed, but
Okay. we feel
I
that.
normally don't ask
Yeah,
questions
but-
like that. Like,
Right.
I don't really ask, like, unless
Just let it.
I let people say, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like, if you want
yeah.
to tell me what happened, cool. If
Indeed.
not, I'm not finna ask no questions.
right, yeah, you know, but I'm not, you know, because this from when I was reading, that's how it looked, you know, but yeah,
Indeed.
you know,
Yeah,
so
all right.
every day above ground, man.
Yeah, for real, man.
Indeed.
R.I.P. You know,
Indeed,
so I
man.
actually, no, yeah, go ahead.
I didn't really do shit. My week was normal.
Well,
Past
tell-
couple of weeks, the Scoop interview we did, that was great. And then last week we did Mike Terra. A couple of, man, I was so high doing that. Shout out to Mike Terra.
Yeah. You'll see when it comes
Damn
down.
cheeks.
Yeah, we
You'll
was
see
in here partying a little too hard.
A little too hard. We
before
we had
we
a fifth
start-
of Hennessy on the table
Yeah,
at the
that
point.
shit got, that shit got weird, man.
Wow.
Shout out to Mike Terra,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Wow.
We had a good time though. We had a real good
Also,
time.
shout out to my nigga Eastside Hustle. Thank you for the hookup. You know what I'm saying? Good looking out for that. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, that was basically it, man. I'm getting ready. I'm possibly maybe going to this Ja Rule and Ashanti concert Saturday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I want to see that.
Where is that at?
Chicago
That's
Theater,
at
right?
Chicago Theater.
Okay.
You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? This Saturday.
That should be dope.
Yeah, that mean, you know, Ja Rule and Ashanti, you know what I mean?
Indeed.
They got some good bangers. You feel
They
me?
do.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of excited about that. Hopefully them tickets come through.
Indeed.
You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
Ja Rule got hits.
He do.
Like, but
Ja
even
Rule got
before
hits, yeah.
Ashanti, like
Oh,
when
yeah.
Murder Inc. first dropped.
Holla.
You know, yeah. I mean, Ja Rule was
Yeah.
that nigga for like a
man.
year.
He was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a solid year. You know
I
what I'm
say
saying?
I say probably a little longer than that.
Oh
least
well,
a good 3.
I'm talking about in my eyes.
Oh, well, damn.
I should have clarified.
Well,
that.
damn. Excuse
Once
that.
he started like really making those like Ashanti
singing?
songs or singing, yeah, like where you here, mama, baby. Like, once that shit started, that's when I was like, all right,
What's
bro.
love got to do with it?
That
Got
was
to
my
do
jam.
with
Funny
it.
as hell, man. I was just random. I was watching this when Dave Chappelle was talking about, I forgot what comedy special it was.
Somebody please ask John.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it was like he said there's a terrible tragedy on there, and then you know what I'm saying, he was like, yeah, now we're gonna go to a recording artist, Ja Rule. Like, who gives a fuck about what Ja Rule thinks at a time like this?
Right. Oh man. Yeah. So, Jill Scott tickets went on sale. Jill Scott, she is going to be at the Chicago Theater July 14th. I want to say. Don't quote me on that.
Is she gonna do the
Look up
thing with the
date.
microphone?
No,
did
she's
last
celebrating. She's celebrating her first album. So
Who is
she's
Jill
doing the
Scott?
first album. Who is Jill
Oh,
Scott?
nice.
That was
That
dope.
was a dope ass album too. That was
Yeah.
a dope ass album.
That was
Yeah,
a-
that's when everybody, when Jill Scott, when that shit dropped, yeah,
That was a
that's
classic
slowly,
album.
surely
Wow.
is still. I used to play that song
Wow.
so many fucking times.
That
Like,
was
we
a
used to
jam.
put the CD on repeat, the track
Man,
on repeat.
oh man,
Man, just put
that
that
was
shit
a
on,
jam.
let it ride. Yeah.
that was when Jill was Jill. And I mean, she had some couple of good joints after that though.
Yeah, she has some trash.
She had some good hits. But man, what we talking about this week, man?
Well, we got first we got some weird news stories.
Oh damn.
Yeah, man. So hold on. Let me go to the vault right quick. Pull
Talking
these
about
up. It's some wild shit. So basically, I want to ask y'all a question first before I pull this up. What's like? Can you think about one of the most disrespectful things has ever happened to you, or you can just think you've seen happen to somebody?
Disrespectful.
Yeah, just disrespectful. Like somebody just did some wild shit to somebody. Like why would you like you can't believe they did something.
I saw
like
somebody get spat on.
that. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, that's like that and getting somebody pouring a beer on you. That's like beer. But yeah,
Those are pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Those are pretty horrible.
Damn.
Nah, I can't really think of nothing other than drinks being thrown.
Okay. Well,
Excuse me, guys.
a German ballet director
Okay.
Oh, all right.
took-
I like where this is going.
took a review of one of his shows. Are you all right?
Right, what the fuck,
What
man?
is going on,
Goddamn.
bro? You need to
I'm
put on your
sneezing.
coat, nigga. Damn.
Hold up.
You been outside with slides on,
Right,
nigga?
yeah, you was waiting. That's why. No wonder why he. Yo, yeah, right, yeah.
Right, yeah. Go take some Robitussin or something. Man.
Damn.
Okay, you know what? This is
I'm sorry. All right. Now, a German ballet director took personally a review from a critic. Right.
All right.
He was really pissed off. So pissed off, in fact, that in retaliation, he decided to smash dog shit in her face.
What?
Yeah. This shit happened, bro. This shit happened. It was in Berlin. I said a German newspaper critic had animal feces smeared on her face in the city of Hanover by a ballet director who apparently took offense at a review she wrote.
I don't even know what to say to that, bro.
Gee, that nigga would
bro,
be dead.
somebody has to die.
Yeah, you got
I'm
it.
saying,
Like, bro, like that is that you can't.
Whoa.
Like, there's no coming back from that.
Jeez.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I couldn't imagine.
I gotta take you off of here. You know what I'm saying? It's gotta happen. There's no way we can't. There's no moving
Dog
forward.
shit in the face.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he carried. You had it in a bag. He had dog shit in a bag. And he brought it up, ran up on her, said some wild shit like, "Yeah, bitch." Well, he probably didn't say that, but I mean, he might have said that in German.
Yeah.
But either way, said something. She responded. He takes the shit out and smears it on her face.
Was this like a
Yeah.
drive-by pooping?
Yo, that is.
Yo, that's crazy.
Pretty.
What was her
fucking
reaction?
I mean, what do you do? Like, I'm sure right away she was probably shocked. Didn't know what the fuck it was.
Oh
at
yeah,
first.
she was definitely shocked.
She was definitely shocked.
So the opera house suspended him. He's been given the next few days to apologize.
Get the fuck out of here. That's his punishment. Now say you're
He
sorry.
said, but before further steps are announced.
What? That's
Yeah, man.
You
that's
still work there?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's
That should be grounds
Yo,
for dismissal.
If I was her husband, I would fucking
Yeah, I'm
beat the
sorry.
shit out of
Oh,
dude.
yeah,
yeah,
You
I'm
throw
sorry,
some shit
bro.
at my wife, bro?
Yeah, that's-
Some shit? Oh, Nick.
No, he
Where he
didn't
at?
throw it. No, he didn't throw it. He
smeared it.
Smeared it.
take
no.
it and like smeared it on.
As soon as she'd have told me that, I've been putting on my shoes. Where you at? Where he at? Matter of fact.
I'm not that dude, but I think I would have to.
No, you.
Yeah, I might have
I'm
to.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm not a fighter, but I would definitely
I'm
fuck
sorry.
you up.
Yeah,
on some
I feel
shit
that.
Like
You might get hit by a car or something, bro. I'm sorry.
Yo,
I'm gonna kill all your cats.
I can't even I can't even imagine how angry I would be if somebody. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like I'm not really responsible for. I feel like you should be able if that would go to court. Like I would just say somebody smears shit on my face, and then I proceed to kill this person, beat this person to death or something.
Out of anger.
I feel like temporary insanity
is a good.
because it's just like how can you how can you how would you react? Obviously, she chose to go. She took the high road.
I don't know, bro.
I would have fucked his ass up, G.
The high road. I don't know.
Shit in my face, bro.
Yeah.
Smeared
It's pretty horrible. Pretty horrible.
in front of people. People took pictures of that.
Yeah. It's obvious.
That's probably gonna go viral.
Yeah. And
I
just
need
like
to see
I gotta put it
doing it
out
in
there.
slow
'cause
motion
this
and
is
shit.
I gotta put it out there because this is the internet. I don't literally beat people to death.
Right.
And I would never do that. Just just to make sure.
Just in case you run for office
People
later.
wanna, yeah, exactly. You know, say people want to chop that shit up 5 years from now.
Right. Well,
Rell Allen kills man with his bare hands.
right. Here's the proof.
Yeah, you said rewind.
And you already got history because you take jujitsu. See?
Hey,
I guess this dude was
God
doing
damn.
jujitsu.
So another story, man. This one actually just really fucking stupid.
Oh, shit.
So this guy in Palm Coast, Florida.
Of course, it got to be
That is
Florida.
a funny
Florida-
name
I-
for a
I really
place.
think
Palm Coast.
Yeah, I really think somebody should do like a study, or maybe their studies have already been done. I hope so, because just so much wild shit happens in Florida.
It does.
There's no way it's a coincidence. There has to be something,
in
some
the water.
connection. Yeah. There's something going on down there because all the wild, crazy, dumb shit happens in Florida.
They experiment on their ass.
So authorities arrested a Florida man who they said broke into a convenience store, took a few items, and left his debit card behind. You know,
Nice.
but it wasn't an accident. He left his debit card behind on purpose.
Why?
Charge
Because, he said so just so he could come back and pay for the items.
What?
And it was just like, okay, that was really honest of you, but you still broke into the fucking store and stole things, and we have you on camera, so we
Yeah,
still
it's
have to
really
arrest
dumb.
you.
And we have your debit card.
What store was he breaking? What did
It was a convenience store. It was closed, and he had just had so the police said they had just saw dude because he had a car accident like up the road.
So he had a
So I
car
guess he,
accident on top of
yeah.
that.
So he had a car accident. He was blown. He went to the convenience store, and it was just like it was closed. Like, you know what? Fuck that. I've had a rough night.
Yeah,
had a
real
car
rough
accident.
night.
I deserve an outfit.
Yeah, I will not be denied. Whatever the fuck.
Fuck.
I don't know if he had some Flaming Hots or something. He really wanted
fuck.
some Cheetos. I don't know exactly.
Right,
They
right.
didn't say exactly
dump
what
in
the
the
items
toilet.
that
It
he
wasn't
took.
closed.
No, it wasn't. It was a convenience store. He
Oh,
was getting
okay.
like food and shit. You know
So
what I'm saying?
it's like, what would you break into a convenience store to get? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't
Some
know.
chips and
yeah.
it depends
Probably
on the
was
convenience
thirsty.
store. I mean, because some of those you have on the highway they have those big stores. They have all types of
Yeah,
shit.
you
in
need
there.
to jump his
Still.
car probably.
Yeah.
Like the thought of you get into an accident, you get out your car, you walk, and one of the first thoughts that come to your head is, I'm gonna break into this convenience store, and I'm gonna get me some comfort food for the night because I am pissed off.
Yeah, bad
That
luck,
is
bro.
crazy. You know, Florida man. I don't know.
I mean, that's dumb, but that's damn near. That's kind of forgivable.
Yeah, he had a
Now
bad
that,
night.
now,
He had
now
a
that
car
you know,
accident.
since it happened after the car accident, I'm like, okay, that's kind of forgivable.
I hope he don't do like no hard time behind that shit. Like I
Nah.
hope he don't really go no. But hey, it's Florida.
You know-
and hopefully he don't already have a record because if he has a record, you definitely.
You
go
know,
on
the
fuck.
people in Florida should hire that dude from Germany. When you do some dumb shit, you're going to get some shit slapped right in your face. I sent
mean,
you
you know.
2 pounds of
That's
crap.
me. You either go. Well, that would be a situation where I would welcome somebody smearing shit in my face. It was just like you either go to jail
Or get some shit smashed.
Just go ahead and smear me, bro. Smear me, bro.
Smear me, bro.
Go ahead and do it. I ain't going to jail.
You can do it here or in there. What
Right,
you
yeah,
want?
you know what I'm saying? Like, well, no, it
Don't
doesn't
get it in my mouth.
Right. I just keep my mouth closed, nigga. Mouth closed, eyes closed. Just do it, bro. Just do it.
They're going to be like,
hurry up.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yo,
man.
dog.
That's crazy, man.
So, yeah, man, it's wild shit out here, man.
Man, Florida is just weird. I mean, one day we have to talk about. We have to dig down into Florida one day, like you said, because they just passed that law about not teaching African American history, making it a
getting
choice.
rid of the AP African American
like
courses.
that. Just Florida's just wild. Period, man.
Good old Governor Ron DeSantis, possible presidential candidate.
Anybody that's listening to us and you live in Florida, I think you need to move.
Once you leave Miami, Florida's kind of country, yo.
Florida country is
country.
fuck.
It's super country.
Man, I used to play football with this dude when I was in Iowa. Man, I played football with this dude. He was from Plantation, Florida.
Plantation.
Oh yeah, Plantation. I heard it.
Plantation. I had never heard of that shit before him.
Plantation.
Right.
That's crazy.
And when I tell you, for like the first week and a half, I couldn't understand nothing this motherfucker was saying. It was like eventually I started to like the more he would talk to me. But I was straight because he was real nice. He was a real cool guy. But he would be talking to me, man. And I just had to start walking away from this motherfucker. Like, I don't have
whatever.
I have no idea what you're saying.
I'm talking about So Florida is super country, country.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so it's a lot of wild shit, man.
That's nuts, man.
Yeah, man.
God damn.
Speaking of dumb shit,
Oh damn.
a woman went
shit.
viral for purchasing a car. In Chicago. It was probably like on Western or some shit.
Never buy a car off Western.
Oh.
Yeah. If you're not from
Might go on
Chicago, you
Western.
don't know what that means. But if you are from Chicago, then you know what the fuck we talking about.
Yeah.
Don't ever buy a car on Western. I won't give a fuck what in Western it is.
North, south, whatever.
If it's a car dealership on Western, in Western,
that's
anything
all of
else,
Western.
That's
that's
right.
what I'm
That's
saying.
them all the Western. Yeah, that's them all the
on Western and anything else, you should not. Just rethink what you're doing.
Gee, they even let you get a car with a paper license.
Yeah.
With a paper license?
So like most people got like paper license. If they lost their license, they gotta wait to get the new one. They'll let you come in with the paper one, but the paper one is so easily,
like
it can be
forged.
counterfeited. It can be counterfeited.
I'm assuming
You know
they
what I'm
look you
saying?
up, but damn.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, she went viral on social media for purchasing a car. She's paying $289 for 84 months for a grand total $24,276. Now, they don't give you the make and model of the car, but you can see it's like an old Ford. I can't remember. It's like maybe like an Escort. That was what I said, like an old Ford Escort, which is it was a shitty car back then.
Even brand new, that was never.
Yeah, I was never And
Right.
I don't.
Wait. She's paying $24,000.
Yeah,
Yeah,
$289 a month.
by the time she
84
gets
months,
by the time she gets finished paying for the car, that's how much she would have paid. 84 months.
What is
Nigga,
that, 3
ain't that-
years, 4 years?
No, that's
4
like,
years.
No,
nigga.
that's like 6.
That's like 7,
6 or
8
6.
years, nigga.
Is it?
Damn,
Yeah,
my
7,
ass
8
3
years.
years.
She had
No, it's
no
seven.
one.
It's 7. I'm sorry, 7. It's 7.
She has no one in her life that loves her.
No, I wouldn't say that. But you know what it is? Like when
Who
I
would
read,
let you do that?
No, but here's the thing. That's a perfect example of lack of financial education when it comes to a lot of black folks. We are financially illiterate, especially like from the caption I was reading. It said, "All we work with any type of credit." Okay, that means her credit score is probably like in the 300 or 400,
some shit.
So which means automatically, even if that car was probably only worth like $10,000, but that's probably what was on there. If that.
This I feel like if first off with everything on the end they have the question, is it real?
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's thing
Right,
number
right.
one. Is it real?
Because people
That's thing number one. Right.
Yeah, because it was like
Is
it wasn't like on some. It was on one of them hoods.
But that's the thing. The Say Cheese TV. But here's the thing. Say Cheese is I saw it on Say Cheese. I saw it on Hood Video. I first saw it on Say Cheese. But Say Cheese be legit though. I fuck with Say Cheese.
Okay, and it might be true, but like if she is in there, it definitely she has nobody in her life that cares about
Who's
her.
the dude standing next to her? Who's that?
The nigga that sold it to her.
Probably. And this doesn't look like the type of person you want to buy a car from.
Nah.
No, he
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
steal
He
the
looked like
car
he was
from you.
he looked like he was asking her for some change.
This nigga got on Tim's. Single construction Tim's. I ain't buying no car.
That was
from
his
you.
first day. That was his first car he ever sold.
But
Stole.
I mean,
Right.
but at the same time, if that is real, I'm not surprised only because, hey, a lot of people think that's a good deal. When you're not financially educated, they think that's
You could have went to Carvana at least or something.
No, but I'm just saying if you have shitty credit, more than likely, even if you have buying a car that's like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000, you're more than likely going to pay that much money for that car once it's all said and done. So it's like, which is a terrible idea. Either way it goes.
So you saying this might have been the only place she could get a car because her credit was so terrible.
Probably.
Maybe she got an eviction, et cetera, et cetera.
Probably.
Look, Western would take anybody, bro.
I mean,
Because that's why I got my car.
I just kind of see it as, I just hate. It's really unfortunate that people are taken advantage of in this way, and this is kind of like an example how like people, how poor people stay poor.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like when you're in those circumstances, like when you have bad credit and shit like that, you know, then you end up getting deals like this. And I'm sure this young lady, they said that she was a single mother of 3, so obviously, she needs transportation. You know, because it's possible because it's not like, you know, the way schools are set up now. Like, you know, she got 3 kids, they could all go to 3 different schools. You know, I mean, so you just never know what's going on. It's just really fucked up that people out here take advantage of people like that. But baby girl, I mean, this guy, I mean, that's just a sign up for something like that. Like,
Man.
that's just. I'm sure you could have found a better deal.
Somewhere.
I'm sure you could have found a better deal somewhere.
Or at the very least, work on getting her credit up first.
Sometimes that's not an option. That shit can take a while. That shit can take a while.
Did she have to
It
put
won't
down?
would it take 7 years?
Did she put a down payment on this thing?
Probably not.
It doesn't say. Probably not.
Probably
Yeah,
not.
probably.
I mean, what she had to do, like put down a baby carriage and some infants?
And look, she was happy though. She was like on the thing like,
Yeah, because she won a car.
Yeah, she got a car.
She got a car.
It had a ribbon
If
on
you didn't have a car and then you
Yeah,
got a
that's
car,
true.
you would be
Yeah,
fucking happy no
that's
matter
true.
what
Oh, yeah.
kind of car it was.
I remember when I got my first car, man, I was ecstatic.
Indeed.
Shit.
My first car, we paid $500 for it.
Wow.
It was,
Sunbird.
the 87
Sunbird.
Pontiac Sunbird. It was all black.
We was all through these streets, fam.
Had a dinner headlight. Oh yeah, nigga, I was all over the place. I was
Yeah.
everywhere.
I paid $1,000 for it. I had a Oldsmobile. It was a 9.8.
Yeah.
Leather seats.
Wow. Public Enemy.
Oh, it was beautiful. Motherfucker died on me in 2 weeks.
Damn.
Man down.
I had my car a little bit longer than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My first car was a 1988 Mercedes-Benz 190E.
Oh, you was fan. That's a Bobby Brown Mercedes, ain't it?
Hey, when
Yeah.
My prerogative in it.
yeah, I remember that shit. That boy was it was an old school Benz. That motherfucker was nice. It used to be all over.
It was no dents, no scratches.
Yeah, it was clean.
Yeah, it was clean.
Yeah.
I bought it for $2,500.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was also paid looked like on some paid in full shit. That shit
Yeah.
was nice as fuck.
Okay, go BBS.
Motherfucking, I wanted some. I wanted some gold BBSs. I just couldn't afford it at that time.
Mine was a 87 Maxima, and it was cool because it talked. And the
You said talk?
I had an 87 Maxima, and it
That talked?
Yeah, it would be like left door is ajar, and what it would always say, fuel level is low.
Wow, you was fancy.
Word?
Yeah, my grandma had bought it for me. Yep, 87 Maxima.
This nigga had Kid from Night Rider. All
Right,
right.
that's what I'm saying. This nigga.
Nigga,
Yeah,
Girl, my car
yo,
talk.
super cool. Yes, yes.
My car talked, but it was just because it was old and it was
Pull over, nigga.
yeah.
Nigga, oil change. Yeah. Left tire low. Change my belts. I can't see out of one eye.
This
man.
guy, 87.
So hopefully her car, cause I mean, well, judging by that car, the way that car looked, it might not even be fucking working anymore now.
It looked ashy as hell.
Yeah, it was just like, man. So I hope that that's not real.
They couldn't even
I hope
wash
it's
the
not
car
real.
before the picture.
I'm saying.
No, they probably
Yeah.
did. That's probably the best it can come out.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
that
'cause-
car's what, 30, almost 40 years old.
Yeah, that's an old car. It's at least.
No,
no,
let's
it's
say
probably like a
30.
late 90s. It's probably late
I would
90s.
say late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there.
Okay.
So it's over 20 years old.
It's probably older than
yeah,
she
for,
is.
for sure, for sure.
Maybe.
Yeah, man.
That's crazy.
So
Man, what else we got? We got some interesting topics, man. We coming off of
Speaking of single women,
right.
Oh,
We coming
shit.
off of Super Bowl.
Oh, damn.
You know,
Jeez.
I don't know what y'all want to do. The Ciara or Rihanna first?
nah, we was doing the Ciara.
Ciara first?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Ciara's been getting flack recently because, as we all know, she's married to Russell Simmons.
Russell Wilson.
I mean,
This
Russell.
guy.
Definitely Russell Simmons. She too old.
This dude.
She old enough.
That's right.
Yeah,
You said she's too old.
She is.
She is too old for Russell.
Simmons.
She's not Asian.
Wow.
Now, let me stop.
But she released a song out. It's not released yet. We don't know if it's ever going to come out. But with the analytics going to it and all the exposure that it is receiving, it may be her first single. But the single is about promoting single life. As it's an anthem, a single woman anthem for the ladies.
I love this guy's hands movement.
And everybody is mad because they like, but bitch, you're married.
Yeah.
How dare you do a song for single people and you're married and happy? So the internet is a raise. Me personally, I think it was a little bit reaching. But what are you guys' thoughts about this?
So just for context.
Okay.
I want to read an excerpt.
Oh, go ahead.
From said song.
Preach on.
This is for the girls that get money.
Oh, damn.
This is for the girls that don't need no man.
Whoa.
This is for the girls that's in love with their self. This is for all the girls that did it by themselves.
Get the fuck
Sounds like
outta
a poster
here.
at Planned Parenthood.
This is for all the girls that INDEPN, she spells it independent on some webby shit. This is for all the girls that be living stress-free. This is for all the girls on a mission like me.
See, she was cool until she said that.
She like me.
Like me,
Really?
nigga, you're not independent. Like, what the fuck?
If I was Russell, I'd be pissed.
But here's my thing though. Never mind what the guys were saying. A lot of women was like,
Indeed.
yo, that's what the one people need to be paying. The women was like, yo, Ciara, the ones I was reading was interesting enough to me was, look, we tired of being single and independent. We want a man like you got. So tell us how to make a song about that shit.
Indeed.
That's the ones that that's what I think a lot of people ain't highlighting. The women that actually hear this shit.
Oh, yeah.
Fans of Ciara is like, yo, hey, look, we're tired of this independent shit. We want a man.
Gas is high as fuck.
So for that criticism, I'm consider it just it's funny that she was saying that shit because it's like you're not though. You
Right,
know what
not
I mean?
at
Like,
all.
You're not at all. You know what I mean? Like you're not. So why are you making the song? It's like you're just
Selling the
pandering,
bullshit.
like you're pandering almost. You know what I mean? Like that to me it's just funny to me when I hear that shit. You know what I mean? It's like if Tekashi 6ix9ine came out talking about making a song about not snitching.
Nah.
You see what I'm saying? It's like, but you snitched.
Right.
Keep it real in the streets.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like,
So I can understand how it can seem a little hypocritical.
Indeed.
For sure. I don't think because I know she just doing some shit. Just try to. I mean, Ciara, she trying to get a hit.
Yeah, she ain't been out in a while. She been chilling.
She's pandering to her audience, and she was trying to give them what they thought they wanted to hear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got several independent women anthems over the years. You know what I'm saying? She was just trying to make another one, and apparently they wasn't feeling that shit. Because mainly, and it is true that she is married. You know what I'm saying? And for her to especially when she says like me,
Yeah,
but
that
you
part
also,
blew me.
yeah, but you also can understand that she probably didn't write the fucking song, right?
That's true.
She's probably just singing it, So I mean,
the lyrics are so powerful.
Yeah, I don't think it's I think people just be taking shit too serious for real.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's because I don't think she really is.
She's just singing a song.
I think she's just trying to make a hit, bro. I don't
Yeah.
think, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think it's really that deep.
That's what I think.
I don't think she's trying to send people off. I don't think she's trying to leave. I think she's just because it is a lot of single women out here. You know what I'm saying?
And that's probably her demographic.
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, you gotta look at. I look at it like this. You had Summer Walker. She had a toxic album. She was also in a relationship at that time. You had Beyonce that was dating Jay-Z since 2001. She came out with Single Ladies in 2008. She also came out with Lemonade as well during that time.
And she hates lemonade. Kidding.
And during that time they was together. Nobody really had an issue about or making
Some people did have about
issue,
single
but
ladies.
but still, but no one, not as big as this.
Indeed.
And the social media was around that time, still, and it wasn't as big as this. It's like if I'm an artist, sometimes I'm going to sing songs that are not just about my life. Sometimes I'm gonna sing songs that my listeners and my fan base go through.
Even if you're a real nigga?
That's what Summer Walker was talking about, because she was like, yo, it's a lot of people in toxic relationships. At that particular time, she wasn't in a toxic relationship, but her music was kind of toxic because she majority of my listeners are in relationships of this stature.
And there's also the fact that everything that they sing about, every song doesn't have to be in the present tense.
Exactly.
You know
We
what
don't
I'm
even
saying?
know
Like-
when this song was recorded.
I mean, no, we know it's when it was recorded recently.
This guy.
But it's like,
No, I'm just saying, but not to cut you off, but there's a lot of songs that do be super old, and they just be like, okay, we'll just redo the beat, refurbish, and bring it out.
well, I was just,
You know what I'm saying?
I was just speaking to it from a point of like, you can talk about your past.
Mm,
You know what I mean? You can speak from a point where like you may not be there when you write the song, but you've been there before. So you can write it from that perspective. You can pull inspiration from anywhere. So
Right.
I don't like I said. I think I get it. I understand why people may look at it a certain way, but I didn't think that deeply into it.
I mean, I
think it's a.
oh no, my bad. Cause go
I
ahead.
think it's a slap in the face to Russell Wilson and kind of a slap in the face to black women. It's a testament to what I've said before. Every black paradigm has a theme song and possible music video. So it's like, image is so crucial, and it also proves that we don't control the music or our image, because it's like there's no black organization that's going to really check her for saying these types of things. And there are single women who are independent, but like my man said, a lot of these women are tired of being that, and it's not a good way to go. Not to mention a lot of these single moms, single independent attitudes and things. It's not good for them individually, and it's not good for black people. And it's like, how are you going to say all these things, right? You're probably saying these things in fucking Russell Wilson's house. What's he be like, yeah, girl, that's my song. I'd be fucking pissed. I'm like, turn that bullshit off. The fuck?
I mean, if he's secure in his relationship, he don't have no reason to say that.
Yeah, B. She trying to make a hit. She trying to like, man. Yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
Nah.
He probably hoping there's a lot of single women that's gonna buy that shit. Yeah, they singing that.
And if he had an issue, he would. I'm pretty much sure he would have said something about that.
No, he
Nah,
wouldn't.
he wouldn't.
No, he wouldn't.
Why wouldn't he say anything?
I'm sorry.
So you
I
think if
don't-
Russell Wilson doesn't have, if Russell Wilson has an issue with his wife, he ain't gonna say nothing to her?
I don't know Russell Wilson personally, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this anyway. I don't think he would say anything. I think he would go ahead and say, yeah, even if he hated that song, yeah, that's a good song, babe, because he seems like he's simping out because she's Ciara. And I get it, because if I had a chance to get with Ciara, I might simp a little too. But if I'm living in my $1 million house, you're not gonna be saying that shit in my studio. I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna throw some cornbread at your ass or something. While you
I mean,
making
it goes in a simple fact. So let me put
Wait,
this.
why cornbread?
I don't know.
Right, that was random as hell.
That was so
cornbread?
fucking odd.
It doesn't hurt. I'm gonna catch the cornbread and I'm gonna eat it.
Why the fuck?
Because she like say, babe, I'm about to make something. I'm like, come eat my cornbread. She's like, all the bitch.
That is so strange.
I don't know. The cornbread came to my mind.
I mean, like,
I'm sorry. Okay, go ahead.
in general, I get the uproar to a degree. I really do, because it's almost like I guess to kind of piggyback what you're saying as far as the current culture, especially with the I don't need a man and this and that. You know, of course, I can always go on a tangent about niggas talking about women being bitches and this, that, and the third, blah blah blah.
Indeed.
It's as far as the overall separation of black men and black women. There's always going to be a theme song to it to help keep them in that particular circle. So so I guess in that general state, in that overall broad general statement, okay, yeah, I get it. Specifically speaking, when it comes to Ciara, I'm with you. Like, I was playing devil's advocate, but I'm with you. I think she just did it because she just wants to make a hit.
Yeah.
Now, but the thing is, now
Something she struggled with her whole fucking career.
I'm not gonna say, but
Yeah.
she has some hits.
That was
But she never really had she was never really consistent. Ciara never really broke through for real.
Ciara had wait, hold on.
Go
Ciara
ahead.
had a point in time where she had My Goodies. She had If I Was a Boy. She had no, I'm Like a Boy. She had She had Ride. She had some hits.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, but like once she broke up with Future, and then from that point, especially when she got with Russell Wilson, she has been nigga. What the fuck?
I just got sneezed. I got allergies, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just sneezed.
Hey, I wasn't gonna say he was sneezing.
I've been sneezing all night.
He over here blowing his nose.
I'm just sneezing. I'm trying to get rid of them. I have
You're the majority of part.
goddamn NyQuil commercial in this bitch.
Damn. Here we go. Shit.
Yo,
Okay. Anyway, like I
put a
was saying,
blanket on.
when I
dog.
sneeze and yeah. It's,
I get it. I'm just fucking with you. But but for real. But for the pigback was just saying, like, ever since she really broke up with Future, and definitely when she got with Russell Wilson, she had like no fucking hits.
It's been
So
a while. It's been a long time.
she's trying, like, especially the shit that she doing. So Ciara wants that attention. The only thing is like she can't get that anymore. It's like, ma'am, just your wife, just be a wife. What's wrong with that?
So this
You
was her
right.
attempt
You
to
see what
like
I'm
get
saying?
back in the limelight. I feel
Yeah,
like this
that's
what the
what it
women
is.
identify, so I'm gonna hit them with
Exactly. She's gonna pander to whatever sells. Like if the music at the time was all about family and get a girl, get a man, then that's what the song that she would make. You see what I'm saying? Like she doesn't really have a hat in the ring either war because she's good. You see what I'm saying? So, but that's in my opinion. I think I get the arguments, but you know,
I think she really, and during her time of her career, I mean, she was in the same lane as Beyonce, and Beyonce just overshadowed majority of women in that time.
oh yeah, but
Shout out to all the women.
yeah, all
Still.
of them, right? All of them, hell yeah.
So I think she just fell in that. I'm, and even during that time, she was dating Bow Wow. People forget.
I remember that.
Yeah.
She was with Bow Wow.
Oh yeah,
at that time.
yeah. Matter of fact, Like You, that was another hit.
that
Like
was
You,
another
that was
hit,
a
yeah.
big, that's
That
a
was a
big
huge
fucking
hit.
hit.
Yeah, yeah.
Huge
Okay,
hit.
all right. I stand corrected. Ciara did have a few hits.
Man.
It was just so long ago that I
Right.
completely.
It was it was like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
but
I
you
was
know,
like when I was I was maybe more than I don't know. I
About
feel
as
like I
old
was
as that car old girl.
I feel like I was in college when Ciara was popping.
yeah,
Like,
you probably were. No,
yeah, like early 2000s. B.
Oh yeah, me too.
I don't think she made. Was she? Did she have anything bad past like 2010?
No.
I didn't think so. I feel like early. I
It
feel like
was all in like
early
2002.
2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when Petey Pablo was popping and shit.
Yeah. She had a song with him.
Yeah.
right? She had a song with Peter Pablo.
Peter
Yeah.
Pablo.
That was
Yeah,
my
My
goodies.
Goodies.
That
Yeah,
was
My
that was
Goodies,
that was my goodies.
To
I remember
piggyback
that.
off what you said, my thing is when you talk about how women are tired of being single all their life and they need a song to kind of motivate them. If you are any type of person that needs music to motivate yourself in your personal life, then that's just something wrong. Like I don't need a song for me to listen to be like, oh, I need to be in a relationship or
No, okay,
single
then-
shit. Like,
okay, not
There
okay.
are songs to me. There are songs like when I was single. You know what I'm saying? I did play that Usher song. You know what I'm saying?
You don't have to call what?
Don't have to call.
So now that you're not single, you can't listen to the song no more.
No, I mean, I still jam to it, of course.
Okay,
Well,
but
yeah,
no,
I
but
still
I'm
jam
just,
to
but
it,
I'm
yeah,
just
of
saying, but
course.
I'm just saying, when it comes to what music is a soundtrack to people's lives.
Indeed.
You see
True.
what I'm saying? Like for example, if you a hood nigga in the street, what you listen to? Lil Durk, Future, Herbo, King Louis, Sada. You see what I'm saying? So as far as like whatever your lifestyle is, that's a part of your everyday diet, and regardless if you want to admit to it or not, that is keeping you there. You see what I'm saying? So if you a woman that's always talking about men ain't shit and this, that, and the third, more than likely the music that you listen to is perpetuating that. You see what I'm saying? So like that's what I mean by that's what I mean by the statement that I made. So but I just don't see what Ciara's trying to do is like I think she's catching hell for obvious reasons, and and the main reason why I think if Ciara was not on social media as heavy as she is currently, then she would not receive that flack.
So I feel like it's a reach because she's trying to get a hit. But what her miscalculation was, it's so obvious that's what she's doing because so much of her image for this past decade has been about her marriage to Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So for your image mostly to be about your marriage for the past decade,
True.
and
Come
then
out
for
with
you
it.
to try to drop
Come out
a
with
single,
this
a
song.
single women anthem
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
while you're
Yeah.
married
Yeah, it's
was just
weird.
not smart.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
right.
saying?
Yeah, it's just weird.
Indeed.
Yeah, go take some mucin today.
Or something. God
But,
damn. Today's episode is sponsored by Kleenex,
Right.
as you can see.
So I think it was really like so I don't think it was I don't think it was anything more than that. Like I said, I think it was just like not smart on her part, but it was just the obvious. I need to hit, So I'm gonna try to pander to this audience, because I mean,
Even that says a lot.
Yeah,
though,
and so
sadly.
and something else says something because you don't necessarily you'll have like the single women anthem or something like that, but you don't necessarily have like the married anthem.
No.
You know what I mean? And I'm not. That's just not because, like you said, you meant talk about the Usher song. Like that's the Usher, but there's no married people's like anthem. There's no.
It's
like,
not
Sadly,
really
it wouldn't be a black song.
unless you listen to like like Tank. He had a magnificent album that he just dropped like 2 months ago, and that was all about because he was like R&B's dead. Like all your R&B songs was highly sexualized and had drugs in it. It was not talking about like it was never. It hasn't been a good love ballad.
Yeah, like no
in a
love
long
ballads.
time.
Yeah, like, I mean, you had
Like
obviously-
Ciara's song.
Yeah. I mean, you got like people like Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married, but that was around the same
long
time
time
when
ago.
Ciara
Yeah,
was popping.
but I mean,
You know what I'm
don't
saying?
get it wrong. I think Ciara probably would have one of those love ballad songs on her album. We don't
And I'm
know.
sure she does. So I still don't.
I mean,
but
like I said, I'm sorry to cut you off,
No.
but like you said, like sometimes the record label will hear a song and be like, "All right, we need to." That's the joint right there. That's the hit. We gonna lead with that. You feel what I'm saying? But that doesn't mean that she won't have a love ballad on her album. Even though Beyonce, even on Lemonade, majority of her songs was talking about Jay-Z and a lot of shit that she was going through, she still had a love ballad on that album.
So I want to say something because I'm saying that like her releasing that song, given her image, wasn't smart given the climate. Like I feel like you should be able to like show both sides, right? If you want to. Like I don't think like everybody that's ever sang a song has not lived all the lyrics. You know what I'm saying? Like all of this shit is just not based off personal experience. It's art, man. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like sometimes, man, you just really have to let that shit be what it is, and you don't have to hold people to that standard. But nowadays, that shit is just not what happens. Like people are really gonna try to hang on every little thing, anything that they can try to like
Make
blow
some news
up.
out of it.
Yeah, or make clickbait, or think it's clickbait. You know what I'm saying? Like.
I don't think we can discount the power of music. I mean, we're sitting here discussing lyrics. We're saying it's art, which it probably is, but these music is very powerful. A lot of people listen to these, like parents, teenagers, and the other group we forgot who loves rap music and using it to their advantage. Lawyers love rap music, and they take it very serious.
You said you cheated on this man.
Especially
just saying.
prosecutors in Georgia.
This is what I'm saying.
Prosecutors in Georgia love rap
So
music.
the music is very powerful and reflective. So let's say I don't want these two to break up. Let's say if they broke up and they was in divorce court. What if the divorce lawyer put up that song? Well, she wasn't really into the marriage anyway. Just listen to these lyrics. INDP, listen to women like me. Oh, like you, and definitely you want to be divorced, so you don't get this money. Listen to your lyrics.
That's true. that's a good point. I didn't even think about
I
that.
Wow,
mean,
you had a good point. That was a good
That's a
point.
good point.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think this discounting the power of music, but I feel like is what it is. Like, you know, like everybody that songs are written by different people, so like, a lot of times the people that write the songs aren't the ones that sing them.
Yeah. I would.
So people couldn't really just be singing some shit
That somebody wrote for 'em.
These are somebody else's thoughts.
You sound like the
Somebody-
defense lawyer.
Somebody, I mean, but that's the truth. These are somebody else's feelings.
He posted something about 2 weeks ago about Andrea Martin.
That was a few days ago. Yeah,
Few days
that
ago.
she wrote all those songs.
She wrote a shit ton of hit records, and I'm looking at her, and no disrespect to you, if you ever tune in, whatever, she's not very attractive. You know what I'm saying? In the music business eyes, like if you look at R&B women singers, you know what I'm saying?
Start a fire.
I mean, start a fire or not, but
Beauty is subjective.
right, exactly. But she had a beautiful voice,
All right.
Yeah, and she can write her ass off.
and she wrote hit after hit
She
after
did.
hit.
Gina Morris,
Now,
motherfucker. She died.
Yeah, she
recently,
died.
yeah.
Yeah.
and not to say that you cannot do that, because Missy Elliott is proof that you can be somebody that stood up and went against the grain on all that shit, because she was not that attractive when she first came out. A lot of people didn't really think she was attractive. Now she's
just say she doesn't
fucking,
fit the normal standard.
she doesn't fit the normal standard of the music
There's
business.
too many jokes there, but I refrain.
But now you seen Missy Elliott now?
She
Have you
awesome now.
recently seen her? Yeah, like
Missy been small for a minute.
she killed. Like, look, real quick. We didn't even talk about that shit because we haven't seen each other in a while. But her performance on the fucking Grammys, even though it was only like 30 seconds, but they did the 50 anniversary, 50 years of anniversary of hip hop,
Missy was in
and they
there.
started from the Cold Crush crew, and all of them guys all the way to the last one was Lil Uzi Vert, I think, or
Yeah, it was Lil Uzi Vert.
they went through all the years, and LL Cool J put a disclaimer like, look, we couldn't fit everybody in because they didn't mention the South at all.
Damn.
They didn't even mention Atlanta.
Nah. Big Boy was there.
But that was it.
It was
like you didn't Houston, Memphis.
Yeah, together.
You feel what I'm saying?
They did miss a whole.
But Missy Elliott, when she came out, I was like, oh, that's Missy, Lord Jesus.
Hey, and Virginia is the South, just FYI.
Yeah.
Virginia's the South.
Virginia is the South, but not the South that people think about. It wasn't
it ain't the South.
Like Texas was not represented.
Yeah,
Texas was not, and Texas is a huge.
I like
part
the
of
clothes was represented. It seemed like as hip hop came first, it went from clothes that was scantily to clothes that was too big to now clothes that are too small.
Yeah.
Well, the thing,
Melly Mel never had no fucking shirt on. He's gonna get a shirt.
Yeah, you ain't lying.
But
bro. God damn.
history, fashion repeats itself over and over because now people are into baggy clothes now. You starting to see the baggy style come back more and more.
I got a whole FUBU collection.
You know what I'm saying? Like Erykah Badu, everything you see her in. You got fucking Justin Bieber. You got Don C. You even got Kanye. Some of his stuff that he's been recently releasing lately has been baggy, and a lot of other brands have now embraced that baggy. I just hope the boot cut don't come back. I don't need boot cut. I hate the boot cut.
I don't want to wear baggy clothes again.
Not really. I like the tight fit. I like it.
I mean, that don't necessarily have to be tight. I don't want to. This nigga.
I just got these sneezes, man.
These sneezes.
Sneeze
Like patient zero in this bitch.
Right. But no, I don't know. I don't want that to come back for real. I mean, obviously it is. I just hopefully I can still buy the type of clothes that I like to buy. Yeah. I don't want to buy parachute pants.
We're gonna be the old men with clothes that actually fit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're gonna be the lames.
I mean, when you get old enough, I buy a straight leg. I don't buy like the super baggy.
Indeed.
You know what I mean?
You don't jump up and down to put them on,
man. But yeah, man, it's stupid.
Hey,
you
look,
don't wear skinny jeans.
Any guy, look, if I can tell you got a quarter in your pocket, your jeans.
So I am glad that's so.
Roll the quarters.
If we have to sacrifice one for the
other, pause. Because these two guys right here, pause.
The fishnet set.
If we have to sacrifice one for the other, if skinny jeans go away, we gotta come bring the baggy shit. We bring the baggy shit back.
Oh yeah, bring
it.
You
know, I don't want to see
2005 all over again.
Yeah, the saggy, the skinny jean era.
Make you wanna.
Yeah, that shit can't be over fast enough.
But
I mean, but just getting back to the whole Ciara thing, man. It's. I wonder. So I do wonder what Russell Wilson thinks. I don't think he really. I wouldn't think he would care for real. I think he would understand what she was doing. Like, and I think, but only they would really know what's going on in their house in terms of their marriage. I feel like if they having trouble in their marriage, then some shit like this could be a problem. Because of course that would be a problem. You're having trouble. Like, oh, you want to be single, bitch?
Right.
Well, you will be single then. You know, but if everything is good in their house, he probably don't get no fuck. Like, oh, hey, babe, I hope the song does well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
would you like some cornbread?
That's really good. Really good. You really saying that part about not needing no man.
Right.
I really believe that.
Right. I'm right here with you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I really think, like, I don't really think it's causing, if there are problems in the Russell Wilson, Ciara household, I don't think it would be because of the song. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
No, the songs would be a reflection of the problem. But let's hope they.
Hopefully.
I hope that family stays together. That's a beautiful family. I like that.
Let's hope
that's a dope family.
Hey, it would be crazy. This is a random, because Russell Wilson had a terrible season last year.
A lot of people have been saying
Russell Wilson had a terrible season. If he fall off like completely,
they're gonna be looking at it.
Ciara gonna go back to Future. Watch.
I would not be surprised.
Did not put that toxic.
I wouldn't be surprised.
I swear to God, if she does, she is the
that would
worst.
Be horrible.
She would be the worst human being on earth.
Man,
the absolute worst human being on earth. But it would go to show. It was that. But that, again, this is if it was a fifth moment. But if that was to happen, that would say a lot.
Would you be surprised though?
I would be surprised.
No, you would not.
I would. I would be. I would. I mean,
I would.
All jokes
a
aside,
little
I would
bit.
be surprised.
I would.
Yeah, I would be.
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, I would.
I'm
I
like,
would be
really,
shocked.
really.
They've been
Ciara?
together like 10 years or something like
Yeah,
that.
I mean,
They've been together for a minute. They got like, and they had like
Yeah,
two
two
other
kids.
kids.
Okay.
Yeah, they had like two other kids.
All right.
I would be.
You were
surprised.
breaking
I'd
up a
definitely be,
3/4 black family.
3/4 black.
Yeah, because I think Ciara all black and Russell Wilson is half black, half white, so it's 3/4.
Like a checkerboard up in there.
75% black family.
But you know what? It's also similar.
Just
you know,
one calorie.
I know we got to move on from the topic, but it's also similar. I was watching a married couple that was on Breakfast Club. They got a book out together, and he is on BET's one of his shows, and he has sex scenes in his shows, in the show.
Oh, you talking about dude that DeVille?
Yeah. And him and his wife, they've been married for like 20 years. They met in college.
Is this the guy who's on the Pink Show?
No, it's like a real like sitcom or whatever.
Yeah, he's an actor. I think he's
an
like
actor.
some Tyler Perry.
Yeah, he used to play in the NFL. He lost he lost his contract. I mean, the whole thing is a good story because she's been with him since high school. I mean, college. He got into the NFL. He lost his NFL. He got dropped. They went from a mansion style and they moved into a apartment in Brooklyn, whatever, and she stuck by his side or whatever the case may be. But he was like, even when he had sex scenes in the show, he would tell his wife about the scene, and even he would be like, I actually introduced my wife to the young lady that I'm going to have this scene with. He like, because I don't want to have the awkwardness of us being on the red carpet, and it's the first time you're meeting this person after seeing me being very intimate with her, like, because some of the scenes are like, even she said, she like, some of the scenes are like, there was one scene where he picked the girl up in the shower and was performing oral sex, and she was like, I was looking like, he don't pick me up like that. You know what I'm saying? But
bitch is not the script.
Wait, hold on. Is it fake?
Right? Is this real?
It's not real.
yeah,
sex.
it's fake. But they like, you know,
He's just putting his face.
Wait,
in
but
there.
wait.
Yeah.
See, this is what I'm looking. See, this is the part where I'm a little confused with that though.
Yeah, because why you gotta introduce it? Like, yeah.
Right, you see what I'm saying? It's like
you ain't
it's
really
not.
fucking.
Did you really eat her? Did you really eat her vagina? Did you
I mean,
really fuck her?
no,
so
but it's very intimate. Like, you're making out.
But
Like,
it's fake.
Right.
You see?
a kiss is real though. Like, I mean, it's
but-
scripted, but it's
Yeah,
fake.
but that's
you
one of
go
those things where
downstairs.
like, do you really have to? If I'm on a TV show, do I really have to explain this? Especially if you're going to see it.
If you're an
Maybe they
actor.
do.
And you're
Maybe
an
that's what
actor?
maybe that's what makes you feel comfortable.
he
Well,
said,
maybe all right, you know.
I
yeah,
mean, that's weird, but
Yeah.
hey,
yeah, he
you
said,
know.
out of the respect of my wife, I let her
I
know.
mean, you like, hey, baby.
Yeah, I'm not. Look, hey
Hey,
man, you do your thing. I
That's
ain't
what
in
I'm
your
saying.
relationship.
Everybody,
but, you know.
every relationship, every marriage is
you're right.
different. People do what
Yeah.
works for them. So if
Ooh,
that's
that'd be
what
weird.
that brother chooses to do,
When he
Yeah.
comes
it's not
home,
weird for them.
When he comes
Exactly.
home after doing the scene, ooh man, my lips are tired, baby. I'm just saying.
I think you was the way you was kissing on.
I
that,
wonder if,
that
like-
set the other day.
Yeah, Kadena DeVale Ellis.
Yeah,
Ooh, how she look, dog?
She's gorgeous.
yeah.
Maybe I
I
can be
think
the, I can be the
I've-
stunt man.
Yeah, I've known about them for a while. They've kind of like their whole they have a brand, you know, and because he wasn't always he didn't always have those roles. I think because of their social media presence is how
Yeah.
he eventually
Got those roles.
Yeah.
And he said after the NFL, he looked at his wife. He was like, I want to get into acting, and she was like, all right, go for it. Like, what did we have to do? So she was like, I literally got a job. I got on the bus every day and worked while he sat at home, and I paid. I paid for the acting classes.
Nice.
And everything. And she was like, and now we're here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Second 2 books in, they got a very popular podcast together. And they talk about a lot of stuff in their marriage, but we getting off all off topic about marriages. But speaking of marriages
Oh shit.
or long-term relationships, I think is going to develop in a marriage.
yeah.
And we coming off the Super Bowl performance of Rihanna being disappeared for so long, and she killed that shit. I love the show.
I didn't see it.
Oh yeah. So these guys, we went to our friend's house to watch the game, and me personally, I love live music. I love performances. I like production, all that shit. They was upstairs, you know, doing whatever, and I was like, you know what, I'm finna go downstairs and watch this Rihanna shit.
We were smoking weed.
Because I need to see, you know what I'm saying. And her surprise, she kept saying that she had a special guest that she was going to bring out on her performance, and the special guest was that she's pregnant again with ASAP's
That was a
baby.
special guest.
Yes, but we didn't know. We didn't know.
Well,
You know.
Okay.
Well, no, because she's been on shows and everybody was like, "Hey, is Chris Brown gonna come out? Is Drake gonna come out?"
Hell no,
Is-
Chris Brown ain't gonna
This
be
Right.
nigga-
That would be
Hey, this nigga
hilarious.
ASAP went back to back like Drake, nigga. Pow pow.
Right.
For real. I'm
But
gonna keep
like-
this
Well,
guy.
Yeah,
no
that's-
A
time.
whole,
Right.
you know, and she was like, "I do have a special guest, and I'm not gonna say who it is or whatever the case may be." So everybody was anticipating that. So the special guest was her being pregnant again. But recently she was on the cover of Vogue. It's March's issue for Vogue magazine, and the picture is showing her walking, and she's holding ASAP's hand, and he's following her, and he has their kid in his hand. And a lot of people were saying that it was how do you say that? Emasculating him as a man in the picture. And everybody had these little memes, and it was a real big discussion. What do you guys think about that? I mean, I have my opinions. I just want to hear you guys' opinions about it.
The only thing that bothers me about it, just that in general, is, you know, the whole them, you know, and this is on at risk of me sounding hypocritical, but it's just the whole idea of them having kids out of wedlock. You see what I'm saying? Like, you know, especially if we want to promote the black family and this, that, and the third, if we can promote it, then let's promote it the way that we should promote it. But we're not.
Indeed.
So as far as the picture goes, but asaprocky is looking feminine, and the way that Rihanna's shoulders are upright and making her look like she's leading
Yeah,
and blah
the
blah
whole
blah.
diagram.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I saw the whole breakdown like a football play, man. I'm like,
People have way too much
man,
time.
and then it's like if I look at it the way that they pointed it out, I get it. I don't know if it's because it essentially made something out of nothing, or they really saw what could be looked at as like a subliminal message, because there are such things as subliminal messaging.
Indeed.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
So if it really is a subliminal message, if that's what the subliminal message is, I'm like, that's pretty damn good.
They was reaching hard.
No, I'm not gonna. But that's the thing. It's like but that's the thing. Like, generally speaking, do I think there's there's a purpose of trying to emasculate black men? Yes, I do. Generally speaking, yeah, I definitely do.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Yeah, that definitely happens to a certain degree.
Now, but with this particular magazine cover, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see the argument to a degree, but I'm like, But again, that's one of those, you kind of making something out of nothing, you know, and it makes sense of what you're making. You see what I'm saying? So
I mean, maybe if the article wasn't about Rihanna,
Right.
because like the issue, she's on the cover of Vogue, and they're writing an article about Rihanna. You know what I'm saying?
And it is for March, which is Women's Month. We are celebrating a black woman billionaire that's been gone for 7 years, been very successful in her makeup line, her lingerie line.
Yeah,
She's a
that
fucking billionaire.
Hey, that Fendi
She
is
just
dope, shit.
performed for free. Mind you, she performed for free for the Super Bowl.
That's what everybody does.
Yeah.
But
Nobody
but the thing about it is, it's just like Scoop said a good point. Sometimes you got to spend $2 million to get $1 million, right?
Right.
Her stock rose so crazy, highest sales the next day.
Of course.
Like,
Yeah, I mean the Super Bowl. Yeah, but I don't think it's. I think people are really reaching with that.
yeah,
I think it's to me it's. I was like, the internet has gotten so wild. Where like there's just I feel like there always has to be some sort of discussion where somebody feels like they've been wronged. Some group feels like they've been wronged somehow. Like any large event, like, you know, so they obviously Rihanna being on the cover of Vogue is a big deal. So any large story that you gotta have people on all sides having extreme viewpoints. Like that's just kind of like the way the world works now. And you gotta be willing to you gotta be able to sift through that shit for yourself, because it's like, bro, I mean, it's like I said, the story is about her. She has her family on there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand. Like, so okay, with the story being about her, should ASAP have been in front of her or was it right beside her? I guess.
Okay.
I don't know. But the thing is, but the article ain't about both of them. It's about her. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that they're even on the cover with her in the first place,
that
to
she
me,
shared the cover. Like,
to-
you know what? I'm going to bring my family on.
That's what I'm saying. To me, that just signifies how important her family is to her in her life right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because being on the cover of Vogue is a huge deal.
Yeah.
She may have been on the cover before. I don't know.
Yeah, she's been on the cover before.
Yeah. So, but either way, even if you've been on the cover before, being on the cover of Vogue is a huge fucking deal. So the fact that she, and I don't know whose idea it was, if it was her. I mean, but the fact that she is on the cover of Vogue with her family definitely tells how she feels about her family, in my opinion.
Okay.
So I don't know. I guess it's all in how you look at it and the lens that you choose to see the world through.
Yeah.
And I don't know. Mine, I guess, isn't as cynical.
I think, I think maybe people are going too extreme, but I do think that the image, it does highlight her as opposed to him. But like you said, this article is about her. It's about her. So it should feature her, but I think maybe they could have did a more balanced thing. Maybe they could have had him on the side of her or something like that.
But why?
Like the farmer's photo with the nigga.
Well,
with
not
the
to that
fork.
extreme, but maybe.
But why though?
But maybe just a little bit more balanced because, I mean, to my man's point, I mean, they're not married, and we know that the black family is very fragile. And I'm just saying it's just a testament that we don't control our images, because if this had been another group, let's say if you had depicted an image of, say, someone in the Jewish family, and if they even had a modicum that it was defensive, it probably been immediately removed. Rihanna probably be in jail, all that. Yeah. But just like we don't really have control of that. So it's like I could see how people could say something. And I think and in some cases, maybe they were going to the extreme, but I think people have a right to look at this and say, well, this isn't a real family. Why don't you guys show yourself more balanced picture, et cetera,
wait.
et cetera.
So why are they not a real family? Because they're not married?
I mean,
because they could be together for the rest of their lives and never get married.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I'm not.
You don't need like a title or a legal document to define your relationship to be a family.
But the thing is, I think the issue is with considering the notion, especially when the general principles of giving somebody or creating a child, bringing a child in the world, especially if there's not a real concrete relationship. You see what I'm saying? That can easily be baby mama, baby daddy like that. You see what I'm saying? Like there's no true incentive to keep it together.
But what
you saying? Like that's that you saying that as far as just when it comes to the nuclear family. That's what I'm speaking of on the ass. I get what you're saying, because I know one of my homies. I don't maybe you don't want me to say his name, but one of my homies, like his mother and father never got married, but they still together, and they very much so in love. So the possibility, of course, there's always gonna be a possibility. Like like you can possibly win the lottery. You see what I'm saying? So the possibility is there, but just speaking when it comes to the likelihood, if we're gonna talk about bringing in children. I think there should be a true commitment with marriage. You see what I'm saying? Like because there's more. I'm just gonna repeat the same thing I said. I guess there's no true incentive to keep a relationship together if you just baby mama, baby daddy. You see what I'm saying? Like it just isn't.
Or I mean, I feel like that's one way to look at it. So obviously, having to go through a legal process to get divorced is a bigger roadblock, because like, okay, if you're not married legally, then yeah, essentially you could just break away with no like
legal repercussions.
You don't have legal repercussions like division of property, finances, and all that stuff. That's not an issue, right? But I don't really feel like that should be the main incentive to stay together anyway, because it's supposed to be about love. And in love for your mate, and love for your family,
and what works
love
for
your
you,
children. So that should be the main incentive. Like, us not wanting to break up what we have, us not wanting to break up this family should be the reason why, not a fucking piece of paper, not like, oh well, shit, damn, I'm gonna have to give this bitch half my money.
No, okay,
you know what I'm saying? Like, even though like obviously there's a part of that that's valid, but I don't think that should be the main.
Okay,
thing.
but there's a big element though. A big element that's missing. Marriage, there's a commitment with God.
Ooh.
Boyfriend and girlfriend, there's nothing. So if you're talking,
you potting that, fam. You potting that
for real. So like it's so if you're talking about bringing in a child without the commitment that God is leading, are you really creating a solid family?
So
you see what I'm saying?
So you talking about a bond then, but that bond doesn't necessarily have to be done. Like so then you talk about like ceremony and commitment and like, but
fuck the ceremony.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. So that you don't necessarily have to be legally married to have that bond, right?
Okay,
like,
but
yeah. I mean, but.
Never, okay, I get what you're saying, but never mind the piece of paper, because I think we're looking at marriage in the modern sense. Let's just look at before from the 60s on back, when there was no real true big ceremonies. It was just the man, the woman, the God, and the preacher.
You taking the oath.
You're taking it right. You're taking
the oath before God.
Right now the ceremony.
But you don't need paperwork for that.
Okay, right. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Never mind the paperwork. But at the same time, right now, as far as to my understanding, especially with a lot of relationships now, there isn't that same it's not that same commitment. There's no promises made in God. There's no sickness and health to death do us part. There's none of that as a part of that.
How do you know what they've discussed in terms?
I said wait. I said generally speaking.
Okay.
Now, as far as ASAP and Rihanna goes, what the fuck are you doing? God damn it, Larnell.
I'm trying. I got something for your point. You know
this guy.
I know.
No. So I'm just fucking with you. But generally speaking, when it comes to the relationships that we see out and about every single day, I don't like. There's absolutely nothing wrong with being boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm not knocking that at all. The issue becomes when you bring in, when you create a child, because when it comes to the commitment. There's really no true commitment with one another. You see what I'm saying? There's that, oh yeah, we together, and then let's have a kid, and then eventually you realize, like, you know what? We really don't have any really true incentive to work this shit out. You just don't.
I think a key word you missed is duty.
You're right, duty. Like, there's no duty with boyfriend and girlfriend. There's duty with husband and wife. It is what it is.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but I feel like that's just the level of your bond. That's all you're talking about for real.
Right, but that's so vague though. You see what I'm saying? Like, cause I get what you're saying, because if you really think about it, like the bond is very superficial. Indeed. You see what I'm saying? Like like love. Like, they just keep it a buck. Love is
fickle.
Love isn't really a thing. Like, love in itself is just a very, very strong feeling that you have. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's why there's really nothing tangible that tells somebody that you love. Like, you can really like somebody and do more for them than somebody that you love. I'm sure everybody witnessed that at least once in their lives. So when it comes to the duty, when it comes to the responsibility, when it comes to creating a family to help with building the community, that's what marriage helps signify. Being boyfriend and girlfriend doesn't. And again, like, now granted, are there relationships that work when they're just boyfriend and girlfriend or whatever the hell they call themselves? That's not husband or wife. That does not have that promise to God. That does not have that responsibility. That does not have that duty. That does not have that promise that you part. And it works. Absolutely. Indeed. I'm not. Of course.
Talk married man.
And right. This come from married men. Like, one thing. Like, for example, there's me and my wife had disagreements, right? And I'm sure there's a likelihood that at one point in time, like my wife was so pissed at me that if we weren't married, that she would just, so, man, fuck this, I'm gone. Right. You see what I'm saying? But when we made that promise, there is no fuck that, I'm gone.
Right. It's like the feelings become irrelevant. The duty
exactly. So you see what I'm saying? So we have a responsibility. Like, we expect, like, we create, like, this is the first time I, quote unquote, I don't want to say did it right, because it make it sound like because I got 3 kids. 2 are from a previous relationship. the mindset I have now, I had to learn. I didn't know this before. Like I wasn't taught this shit. You see what I'm saying? That's why I said that risk of me sounding like a hypocrite.
Indeed.
So you know, because I have 2 kids that was outside of wedlock, and had I had the same mindset and understanding that I do now, that never would have fucking happened.
Indeed.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because now look what I'm going through.
Right, exactly.
You see, like my girls, my babies, I don't see them every day. You see what I'm saying? Like that's that family, bro, and it happened like that. You see what I'm saying? Like there's nothing that keeps it there.
I'm the same way, man.
You see,
Same way.
right? You see what I'm saying? So that's why I feel that way when I look at that picture. It's like, yo, it's like we're promoting boyfriend and girlfriend, baby daddy, baby mama. We're not. There's nothing promoting marriage, a real family, a real commitment, because that's not a real family. It's just I hate that, you know, and no offense to them.
So I'm gonna play a snippet of somebody that recently said something about marriage, right? Because they also said, "Hey, won't ASAP and Rihanna get married?" And the lady was like, "For what?" They already. She's like, we have to. She's like, the world has changed. We don't. Same way how how the rules apply with the woman should stay in the house and do the womanly stuff or whatever the case may be, the old ways.
Right.
So she's like, a lot of times, a lot of people don't really believe in marriage nowadays. Like they both believe in what they believe and they stick by their side and they do what they do together for long periods of time. You have older people that don't even sleep in the same bedroom together. You know what I'm saying? Like I know a couple of my friends, their parents don't even sleep in the same bed together. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean they don't love each other. That don't mean they're not showing a united front. You know what I'm saying? In different cases. But I really don't want to play it because I don't even know if it's at the exact point.
This guy.
But we're going to see. I think it is, though. I think it is.
Wealthy, established family can exist outside of the bounds that
the patriarchy.
That history, no, but just that history has set. Like they can just exist however they want. My fiance and I got into a conversation around. He asked me if I thought that they were ever going to get married, and I said, "Well, no. For what?" And he was like, "What do you mean for what?" And I was like, "Why would they at this point? What validation does either one of them need in their partnership at this point, other than the fact that they have both voluntarily chosen to date each other, and they're both in love with each other, and now they have children? Like when we think about marriage, we think about the idea of building a foundation and a partnership with someone else, but doing it in a way that usually involves money, that usually involves family building and all of that. If they're already doing that without the marriage, why would she marry him at this point? Do you know what I'm saying? Like if they've
No.
That's a terrible.
It did sound awful.
Mindset. That was awful. Like what the
Sounded
fuck?
awful. And she's married.
Well, yeah, she's about to, yeah.
It sounded awful,
but
bro.
no, but the thing about it is she's speaking on how society is now. A lot of people don't believe in marriage anymore.
And look at where society is.
Exactly right. That's a thank you.
We're speaking on not our personal beliefs, but what the world is now and what is going on in the world. A lot of people don't believe in the marriage nowadays. But, do you think you're gonna get married? How old are you? But do you ever think you want to get married?
I'm not sure if I'm going to get married, but
why you don't want to get married? What are some of the things that you think
I would say
that you don't want to get married?
I'm not sure if I'm going to get married. I mean, one, I'm still just trying to work on myself. I'm not sure if I'm going to meet that one. I want to make sure that I have something that she can pour into and I have something to pour into her. So I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But despite my individual situation, whether it's pro-marriage or not, I still have the critical thinking and wherewithal to understand that marriage and family are critical pillars of any society. And once you start to change a pillar society, that's usually the precursor of the fall of that society.
But what rule is that?
What do you mean? What rule?
Who created that rule that everybody has to get married?
You just look at history. Anytime when you change family,
so we're pairing history, right? Which is history, hundreds or 200 or even 50 years ago.
I'm just saying.
Why does that have to apply now in 2023?
History has shown us that those are critical building blocks, not even to society, even to a community. If you go to a community that's full of, let's say, married people as opposed to a community filled with single people, there's going to be a marked difference. And we have a society, as you said, that kind of looks down or kind of looks indifferent on marriage or really just commitment to anything, period. And we see where our society is. So, like I said, for my individual situation, I mean, I'm not married. I'm not sure if I'm going to get married. Not even sure if I'm even pro-marriage, but I still understand the effects on
balance. Okay.
if you try to redefine family and marriage and things of that nature, that's usually the precursor to false society. And not only history has shown us, the present day has shown us. And to bring it home, and then when you look when you look at this cover of Rihanna, my man ASAP and the Black Baby, the community that's the epitome of broken families, etc., is us. Whereas another group, if you put that cover of picture of them depicted like that, they wouldn't be having it
at all.
Wait, hold on. But they're on the cover as a family. So how are they showing a broken home?
No, so what
there's nothing broken about that picture.
Okay,
though.
so what he's saying is, as far as the lack of the actual commitment, when it comes to the black community.
How do you know they're not committed to each other, bro? That's
what
I understand.
Again, specifically speaking, marriage.
How do you know what they've done? How do you know the level?
Okay.
They probably got married.
Wait. Again, I'm only going with the information that's put out. Do we know if they're to our understanding, are they married or are they boyfriend or girlfriend or whatever the fuck they call it? Are they married?
As far as I know, no.
But
right.
But I don't think marriage, them actually having a ceremony.
Fuck the ceremony. Why is the you keep hitting on the ceremony?
No, but that's a big part of it because it's like everybody doesn't follow the same thing when it comes to like marriage and what they see is like how their family is constructed, right? But I think, all right. So I'm just gonna give my personal beliefs.
Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck about a ceremony. I don't give a fuck about like saying vows or anything like that.
All right.
I give a fuck about the bond that we would share.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And if that bond is consecrated by a ceremony or whether it's not, I just know that if we have an understanding with each other, and there's a commitment there and there's love there, then that's what we have. And I don't necessarily need anything else outside of that to validate it. Right. You know what I mean? And so for me, all I see when I look at that, I'm not even thinking about anything else. I see them as a family, and like I said before, for them to be even be on the cover with her, to me, signifies their importance in her life.
Okay.
So obviously there is a huge commitment to family there. So
we don't know that.
And we don't know. Okay, so you don't know that it's not, but you don't know that it is. You don't know that it's not there, right? You don't know that it's not there. Just like I don't know that it is there.
Okay,
right,
right, which is true. Okay, now I am more inclined to believe that it is. I think the main part is being skipped.
Yeah.
When it comes to community, the black community is in shambles largely because there is not.
Households.
Yes. Now. When it comes to actual commitment, there has to be something above the both of you to help with keeping that, to have the actual commitment, which is one of the reasons why marriage is important. The bond, like I get what you're saying. This bond, the love, these are all feelings and shit. I get what you're saying.
But how do you know that they don't have a bond before God?
Wait a minute.
How do you know that?
I'm speaking specific. If they have a bond before God, then they're married. As far as hear me out.
We pod today, baby.
Specifically speaking, when it comes to community,
don't be easily offended.
Fuck them for a second. When it comes to the community, one of the reasons, as you pointed out, why we're in shambles is because there are not remotely close to enough married black families. There just isn't. Indeed. If you look at every other demographic, let's just look at America alone. Look at every other demographic. They are 2-3 times more married couples, and their communities are a lot more solid than the black family. And a large portion of that is because they are married. Now, Does that automatically mean, just because you're married, that means there's no possibility that they're ever going to be divorced, or that there's no possibility that that community can go? I'm not saying that at all.
But the thing is, you showed your kids
the likelihood of that community being destroyed is a lot lower because one of the foundations is because the nuclear family begins with the husband and the wife, that commitment that they took before God. That's all. That's all I'm saying.
And all I'm saying is that shit could have happened in the bedroom between the two of them.
Wow.
And we would never know.
Then that's not okay. But okay, real. I think that your viewpoint of marriage not only is it's skewed and it's largely incorrect. The reason why, and it's objectively incorrect, not because I feel that way, is objectively incorrect.
Why?
Because even you can legitimately make that. There has to be a promise before God. It doesn't have to be with family, friends. It can literally be them two, and it can be whoever. What they call it? The preacher,
the clergy,
whoever it is
That's
that sanctifies a marriage. Okay. That person has to be there. It can literally be them fucking three people.
Indeed.
If that happened, them niggas are married. So you see what I'm saying? Like I get what you're saying, but if it's just you, that's objectively speaking. This whole thing about the bond between it really depends on, but that's all fucking emotions. That can turn like that, and we've all been through that. I can take
bonds like that aren't just predicated off emotions.
Okay, sir. So let me get this straight. You have never been in a relationship with a girl, knowing damn well having the bond, the emotion that you thought that y'all never gonna break up. You've never been in that situation before ever.
Absolutely.
Are you together with her right now?
No, but it's the same way people that have been married the same way. That's what I'm saying. If it's not gonna work out, it's not gonna work out. People don't. I don't think people just because they're married.
There's no duty
if they fall in love.
There's no duty with boyfriend and girl. There's absolutely none. There's duty with marriage. You have a responsibility when you're married. You don't have a responsibility when you're not. It's literally that plain and that simple. I think we keep trying to add and change the definition of there's literally.
But why can't it be changed?
What would be changed?
You can't change that. It's one of the reasons why so many different religions out here. Because we gotta take something that's like, well, I don't like that, so I'm gonna change that to mean this, but we're gonna call it this. Like no, like this is what it is. I get it. You don't like it, so the fuck what? But
all right. So let me get this straight. So no matter if they stay together, they've been together for years, and they have children together and all that other stuff, right? If they've never actually went through that step to be with them and go to see some sort of clergy member or something like that to consecrate their marriage, then they're not a real family.
No, here's the thing. Now, again,
I think that's a matter of opinion.
Okay, no, but wait a minute. I just said I just sat there and said that's a possibility. Did I say that earlier? Yeah. I said that is a possibility. But let me ask you a question. What, if in your opinion, is that a high percentage that actually matters, or is that a very low percentage where it doesn't fucking matter?
It's probably lower.
So why?
But that doesn't mean that can't be their story.
I'm not. But I'm not saying that it isn't. That's why I said fuck them for a second. When it comes to community, first of all, nobody in this. I guarantee you, the majority of people that's within the earshot of my voice are not the same as Rihanna and fucking asaprocky. asaprocky, if he wanted to right now, if he wanted to be single for the rest of life, he'd be good. If Rihanna wanted to be single for the rest of her life, she'll be good. Nobody is ASAP and fucking Rihanna. So just them in general, we should not be looking at them as an example of a couple any fucking way, because that's not a realistic goal. It's just not realistic at all. It just isn't. Rihanna's a billionaire. A$AP is a fucking millionaire, and by default, you might as well call him a billionaire too. So when it comes to an example of a relationship, we shouldn't be looking at any celebrities anyway, because the shit isn't realistic. It just isn't.
I agree with that fact, which makes it even. That's why it makes it even more ridiculous that we're using them as some sort of like talking point on the state of the black people.
You know why? Because when it comes to the black, that's another reason why the black community is in shambles. When it comes to the black community, are the people that we look up to are fucking celebrities.
Indeed.
That is we don't have a community where we can look up to somebody and look up at different couples or look up at like doctors and look. We don't have that community like that.
I think
we have to look at making out of the hood. Being a nigga is being a ball player, a rapper, a singer, an actor. It has to be some job or some occupation where the percentage of the people that make it is so fucking low that and it doesn't matter. But for whatever reason, those are the same people that we look up to and we follow. It makes absolutely no sense, which is one of the main reasons. That's one of the reasons why the black community itself is in shambles. That's just again, like, as I said earlier, the black family is the lack of the black family and the abundance of single family households is one of the destructions that's going on in the black community. Another part is because we don't have people in our community to look up to. Largely, we don't. We just don't.
But I think those two things are related.
It may be. I'm not here to like. Look, it very well may be. It might.
I think in this world nowadays, with society the way it is now, you have a choice on who you decide to look up to. As far as who do you decide to be your male mentor? Like when I was growing up, I looked up to the Cosby Kids. I looked up to the Cosby Show.
TV.
Television. But,
hilarious.
But at the end of the day, that was very influential in a lot of black households.
That's not good. That's not good at all, bro.
Wait. So wait.
I don't think you can discount the effect that a show like that. I mean, so it shouldn't be the only influence,
right?
But, it's a big influence.
I'm not discounting your point. I think that is a problem. But when you just mentioned like the Cosby Show specifically, I think the fact that it kind of raised the bar in terms of and it kind of normalized black excellence in a way.
Yeah,
that had never been done before.
Right,
so
because before then,
things like that are important.
Because before then, we didn't have that. We didn't have two black people on television, very successful, raising their kids.
What about Florida and James?
They was in the projects.
Just saying.
But they were together. They were a family.
Once again, in that light.
Were they married? Were they married or their boyfriend and girlfriend?
They were married.
They was married. Yeah, we're talking about. I'm just saying, like nowadays in society, things are now changing. Right? Things are changing. Period. It is what it is. Like we're on this Rihanna situation, but we talked about the cover of Ebony magazine and the demasculating of black men and stuff like that. My take on the Rihanna cover. Let's get back to that point of the emasculating. Can you say the word?
You just said it.
You just said it. You was emasculating.
Okay, but. Let's get back to that. Like, to me, I just didn't see that when I saw that picture.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I just saw a black family that's striving. She's pregnant again. They have a kid, and they're moving forward with it. Whatever they go on and behind closed doors, we don't know.
So is it a reflection of? Is it like reflection of life or of the life imitating art? Is that art? Is that image a reflection?
Well,
My thing
is this. You had a thing where you said people don't have control on what the media put out. Right?
That's certain groups don't.
Certain groups, right? So my thing is, first off, Rihanna has the cachet to go in and be like, look, this is what I want.
Money doesn't matter.
Once again,
just saying.
If I'm a celebrity and I go into a situation, just like how we talked about, what's the guy on the Ebony magazine?
Jonathan
Majors. He made a comment earlier today when he was like, when people was talking about it was demasculating the black man, he like, I had a choice how I wanted to wear my clothes and what I wanted to model. The whole thing was off of an anime character, which I'm a huge fan of.
But no, it was the stylist, the person. That put
the
it wasn't.
But Jonathan Majors today said he's a huge anime fan, and when the stylist told him the idea,
I don't know.
When he called the idea, he was like, that's perfect. You got to think that certain celebrities are in control of what type of image they want to portray or what they want the world to see. Especially when it comes to artists of that stature.
Really?
And that, yes. I totally agree with that. Now, if you're going off the simple fact, because I listen to media all the day, every day. I listen to every fucking interview. I listen to every fucking podcast, and I listen to every little interview when
So
it
you
comes
should
over.
know your money doesn't matter.
I'm not saying the money does
Or your
matter.
celebrity.
I'm just saying when you're at a certain level, you have the right to what goes out and what comes in.
Really?
Yes, you do. You do. I'm sorry.
Really?
You do.
No.
Yes,
I have
you
to
do.
disagree, bro.
I'm sorry. You're an idiot because
Why I gotta be an idiot,
why
bro?
you gotta be an idiot?
not saying it like that.
Damn.
Not saying like that, but I'm just saying.
Shit, this went off
You
the
have to think about it.
rails.
If you're, dude, you have to think. If you're worth $1 billion,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're an idiot for real.
All
I'm just saying,
If you're worth $1 billion,
if you're worth $1 billion,
like Kanye
like
West,
listen, if you're worth $1 billion, that's a
That's different. Okay.
of course.
that nigga.
See, but
No, it's not. It's not a difference. It's not a difference because far as like if I'm a billionaire, like say if I'm Jay-Z, right, and I do an interview,
All right.
and they was like, okay, this is how we want your cover. We want this. We want that. I could say I don't want that.
Really?
I want to be in this way. This is my stylist. This is what the story wants to be. This is what I wanted to portray.
Well, if
It's
too
just like
black.
it's just like how Bill Cosby, when he kicked off Denise off of the Cosby
she was
Show
pregnant.
because she was pregnant, and he and I did not want that image to be out there portrayed on that type of platform. When you're at a certain level, not meaning money, but a certain level of success, you do have a choice on what goes out. You
to
can
a
choose.
certain degree,
Yeah,
not
to a
all the
certain-
way.
It's a certain degree. It's not with everything. I get what you're saying, Larnell, but it's to a certain.
Get outta here.
Like for
I'm
example,
sorry.
if Kanye was like for example, if Kanye
Okay, wait. Let
no.
me, because I didn't get to Kanye. Let me get my point. You didn't talk. Let me get my point on Kanye.
Okay.
Let me get my point on
Yeah,
Kanye.
go ahead. Exactly.
Now Kanye is a different story, just because he speaks out of his mouth.
But he has success and money.
That's true.
He has success and money, but he also says gibberish.
According to who?
Nigga, the nigga said George Floyd died because he had
here we go.
fentanyl in his system.
Because he did. The fuck are you talking about? I'm the idiot. He did. Fuck you mean?
Okay.
He did have fentanyl in the system.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
Bottom line-
Let's use a different example.
Yeah.
Bottom line,
let's use a different
I
example.
think Rihanna had control of the Vogue cover. I think it's a beautiful cover. I salute her for that cover. I salute her for her supporting her family and holding down her man. And I support ASAP for supporting his woman during the Women's Month of March. That is Women's Month. And the article is about her. Point blank, period.
Well.
All you people that think that it's emasculating him,
They're idiots, huh?
suck a dick.
I'm just saying, why is it every
God,
time?
Why you gotta suck a dick?
Why is it every
Goddamn.
time if somebody's, especially
Jesus,
from a
like, what
male
the fuck?
perspective,
Don't
there's
be
always
easily
that
offended.
sign language. Shaming, insult, guilt
Yeah, like,
need
what-
to be right.
Like, why it gotta
It's
be
like-
that, man? Damn. Shit, because they disagree?
Right.
You
it's-
disagree with me, suck a dick.
Right, and that's the,
I'm not saying that, but I just feel that that's just.
and
it's
this
just
is
crazy.
what I'm saying. It's
reaching.
like if you have a opinion that's counter to the narrative, that's usually what happens to you, especially when it comes to things like this. And we're not just talking about like the emotional duty of marriage. I mean, there's also municipal duty of marriage, because if I'm a government, let's say I'm a mayor, president, or whatever, do I want to have a city full of single people, or a city full of married people? Because it's going to be markedly different. It's more of a duty to the. It's more. I think it's more of a duty to the government as opposed to God. I mean, it's definitely before God, but it's also to the government, because it say, okay, you guys are married. I know if you're going to stay together, no more than likely going to take care of your kids, etc., because you've taken this oath under us, and if you do break that, then there's going to be consequences.
That's one. Yeah, that's one.
Whereas,
yeah, that's,
but the other sad coin of that, when you talk about us, it's like they always push these images towards us, and it seems like the government incentivizes the opposite for us. Let's say if I married a chick right now, she's gonna have to depend on me, etc., etc. But like my girl,
But you couldn't depend on her. You don't think you could depend?
I
on
could,
her?
but I'm just saying, like my girl, Dr. Frances Cress Welsing said, they said black women had the choice to either marry a man or marry the government, and a lot of them chose the latter. Because it's like, I could marry you, Shawn, you could do X, Y, Z, but shit, if I have my baby on my own, I'm going to get medical, I'm gonna get a food card. I'm probably get an apartment. Hell, I'll probably get to go to college. I might even get a fucking car.
So do you think so what you're saying basically is the women out here nowadays are only not getting married and not getting relationships because they are more comfortable with the government taking care of them?
I would have to say yes. They're incentivized not to be married because you think about all the stuff that a married couple has to go through, whereas if a single woman with a child would get it much easier. Medical care, housing, all kind of shit. Whereas if she was married, she couldn't get it.
I don't know how we got here.
I don't either.
I don't know how we got out.
I had a whole clip lined up for everything.
It all fits.
No, I mean it does fit, but I get you saying, but it does.
It all fits because it's like we saying like the Jewish community. Like I said, if anybody in the Jewish community even thought it was shitty toward the people, that should be immediately removed. There wouldn't even be a further conversation. Kyrie Irving said something about a movie that's still fucking out, and they damn near kicked him off the team. They shitted on him more than the movie. And he has money, he has fame. Doesn't fucking matter.
Real quick,
I don't know how that correlates to Rihanna and ASAP on the ground.
It correlates because the group, the imagery has maybe an adverse kind of depiction of a group, but we don't have that type of power. Where if it was like a Jewish couple and maybe it was kind of an adverse.
But who says it's adverse? So this
a lot of people saying it's adverse.
Can I play this clip real quick? 'Cause that goes to what you was just saying.
A lot of people not liking it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hate too that the emphasis was put on the emasculation of Rocky and not the observation, especially with Women's Month coming up. Not even the observation that this is a black woman billionaire who did what she had to do with her career, got where she wanted, and is now choosing motherhood
and choosing a partner.
But it chose her partner,
yeah,
and is like, I'm still existing as this, and she is the exemplification of what a modern day woman is. We've talked on this podcast in terms of marriage, in terms of motherhood, in terms of those things. Women were not even able to get bank accounts until the 1970s.
Right.
The only way we were able to is with the attachment of a man. Yeah. So the way that we're able to reach CEO status and get promotions in the corporate world and what we're able to do, it's so crazy to me that the leaps and hurdles that women have had to go to get to where we are now able to be financially secure and independent. Mm-hmm. But it's looked at now that we emasculate men because of the drive we have. We do have to support ourselves. Y'all, eggs is still $10. Like, we can't even afford shit without having two income households anymore. And so I just hate that it went that way and not even the uplifting and recognizing that women are different now.
All right, it was a couple contradictions there, but I ain't about to touch that. Like there was an obvious flaw in that, but no.
I just
I agree with it.
I see, but it was a very big obvious flaw in that.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't.
Okay.
I mean, it is facts. Women couldn't open up bank accounts to the early 70s without a man.
Right, okay. Well, today, this is 2023.
And 2023, I think what we're experiencing now in this type of movement is that women have way more rights and way more things that's going on. So it's being publicized as, they're super independent. They don't need a man. But there's a lot of independent women out here that be like, no, I still need a man, but I still want to make my $100K. Like, just because
that's
make
not the
this
narrative being pushed, though.
I mean, there is there, but once again, like I said, in the very beginning of this conversation, everybody in this room has a choice, right? I don't know what the fuck you follow on Instagram. I don't know what you follow on Instagram. I don't know what you follow on Instagram.
I don't like all the drama coming this way, goddamn.
No, I just pointed all the way.
You said I don't know what the fuck.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't know.
I don't like it.
I don't know what you follow
I
or
don't like it.
I don't know what articles anybody else read on this thing, but I don't really see a lot of that going on. Just because I choose not to listen to the bullshit. I choose to listen to all sides, but I also choose to listen to positive shit. Like, I'm just saying.
You choose to listen to all sides, really?
Yeah, because
you just called me an idiot for just disagreeing with you.
I was joking, an idiot. This is a podcast. It's funny. I'm not calling you a real idiot in real life. Nigga, stop taking it serious.
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, too. But I'm just saying in the sense of of everything that's going on in the world, I think people are just way too fucking sensitive about certain fucking topics. And they just reach out for shit to get clicks and baits. That's it, period. I don't see nothing wrong with that cover, and never have. And I don't see nothing wrong with the Ebony cover at all. Period.
Well, okay. We're gonna have to wrap that. But I will.
It's time to wrap this shit up.
I will. I'm just gonna say this shit, especially after listening to that clip. The black community is gonna collapse even further, and I just can't wait. No, fuck that. I have a cynical outlook, and the reason why, and the way that it's going with that mindset is going to continue to collapse. And I'm just gonna sit back and I'm like, told you. And I just hope it does, because we ain't gonna learn until we find, we ain't gonna learn until.
Hey, shout out to the black family.
Yeah, shout out to y'all, man.
Shout out to the black family. Shout out to people staying together, raising their kids together,
being responsible adults,
and however you choose to do it, man. I feel like a lot of different viewpoints were expressed. I don't think anybody is necessarily wrong. Right.
Okay.
Everybody has different viewpoints.
Yeah, I feel like we all have our ways of looking at life. I do feel like a lot of this backlash has been extreme, like to the point where, like you said, people are reaching. But that's not to say that there isn't an issue that obviously is well documented within the black family, within the black family structure. That there has been a problem in single family households and people not staying together. And I think we have seen. It has been to our detriment ultimately, but I just don't see that in that Vogue cover. I don't feel like what I see there gives me any of that, in my opinion. Yeah, man. So we gonna leave it there. I know you always sign us off.
Man. Y'all tell them where the people follow you at, man. How we roll. You want me to do everybody's?
No. Weezy K's, Instagram and Twitter. WHEEZYCAGE.
Anybody else?
Star photo pics.
Star photo pics.
Yeah, you know what I mean? No.
Oh, no.
Rell the producer 914, also 914 Media Group, both on IG.
Hey man, make sure y'all check out Easily Offended Podcast. Make sure you check out. This is episode 34, by the way.
Episode 34.
Make sure you check out episode 32 and episode 33. Man, we are out. We are enjoy yourself. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking and sharing. And man, big shout out to everybody out there in the world. And stay love and stay peace. Love.
The Chicago South.